Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. Today we start with Grump, the Ankylosaurus, and his friend Aborigine. Grump here is doing quite well since the last time we've seen him. He's currently going to the other side of the island, which is the east side, which means he's on the west side of the island currently, going to the east side to see his granddaughter. Dinosaurs don't really live together, but if they're in the same family, then of course they would. But there's an exception with his Boropelta friend. They've known each other since, well, they were born. And near them, their mortal enemy, Stegosaurs, including Spirit. Spirit has been doing well since the last time we've seen him as well. He's found his herd. Currently one is sleeping, and the other, in the background, is grazing on some grass. Keep in mind that dinosaurs existed before grass, so they're still getting used to it. So, there. That's something you probably did not know about grass. Dinosaurs existed way before it. And they still are getting used to it on the island. And the grass is so long, you can barely see them. Well, what reason why? Why would we have it like this? Because we don't have a lawnmower. And, well, that's about it. Grump moves in, goes hello, say hello to them, but not in a kind way. Grump's appearance among the Stegosaurs is quite confusing, because these Stegosaurs, including Spirit, have never really seen an Ankylosaurus. Although Spirit has once, but he's never understood what they look like. And Stegosaurs are quite stupid anyway, with their brain being the size of a walnut. The Boropelta approaches and is trying to tell Grump to stop, nudging him, trying to get him away, but it's not working. Grump is already furious. The Stegosaurs aren't the only thing he should be worried about. He should be worried about Paul and Susanna. The T-Rex is moving. Stegosaurs hear this, and we're not. Knowing that they cannot mess with this animal. But Grump and the Boropelta stay behind, ready for this little battle. Paul is right up in front of them. And they're ready for battle, even though they're tiny compared to a T-Rex. The Boropelta gets attacked, but his hard shell is keeping him safe. Not until Susanna arrives and attacks Grump. Grump now on his back with his vulnerable side out. He might as well get killed here. Grump is fighting well and managed to turn himself over. Susanna realizes that she cannot penetrate the shell, but Paul is penetrating the underbelly of the Boropelta. They have killed the Boropelta and aren't eating it. Instead, they're bringing it for something. And this is a small food tray for them. So what Are they bringing it too? Meanwhile, with the Brachiosaurus and Dreadnoughtus, they are going to the other side of the island until it starts raining. This is great for them because on the east side of the island, it has been a major drought, and this is wonderful. You can see that the Dreadnoughtus is especially enjoying it, as well as the Brachiosaurus. The rain starts to get worse. This is no problem for a mighty animal like the Brachiosaurus, but for other animals here, it is. Now we are on the side of the island where Slicer lives, and speaking of Slicer, here he is. He just found a dead donkey and he's been feasting off of it for quite a while. Donkey's been dead, and you can see all the bugs. Slicer is lucky to have found it before anything else has. Slicer sure is enjoying the meal. He has to. He's becoming a large predator, if not the largest. This will help, especially with his growth, because this is very nutritious. He hears something. The noise he heard was a landing Gastiobernia, and it smelled the corpse of the donkey. Moves up to try and get a little bit of it. Slicer says absolutely not and tries to attack, and does. The baby Gastiobernia has been hurt. It won't go down without a little bit of a fight. Slicer goes back to eating his fill until something else approaches him. I think that's her is the baby Spinosaurus that Sawtooth was looking for. And he must have been far behind, especially right on her. Yet again, the Spinosaurus, or the animal, is scavenging and found the dead body. The two start fighting. The Slicer does not want to share this. Something makes a loud crash. The thing making the loud crash was Sawtooth. He has found their child. Sawtooth roars at Slicer. Slicer immediately gets out there. Is now owned by Sawtooth's daughter. Now that it is turning night, the dinosaurs will not be doing much, so we will see them in the morning. It is now morning, and we will be starting with our beloved T-Rex, Bloodtooth. He is now waking up. It is now moving. But something is following. Bloodtooth is now on the hunt, ready for something to eat. She hears something in the distance. Bloodtooth has come to her original nesting site. Whenever she was a baby, This is where she lived. This place hasn't been touched in over 3 years by any animal except consignations or troodontids. That's really about it. Bloodtooth lies down to take a nap. Something is here. Bloodtooth gets up and she is greeted with an extremely large male Tyrannosaurus Rex. Bloodtooth is ready for battle, knowing that this is her territory and no one else should be in it. Bloodtooth roars at the male. The male steps back a little bit frightened, but does something. He raises his head to show the bright colors on his neck. This is a mating ritual for Tyrannosaurs. And for Bloodtooth to now have a mate, she must accept it. The male is standing high on his feet, raising his head to be as tall as he can be with his bright colors on his neck. Bloodtooth knows what this is. It's happened to her multiple times. She's never accepted it, though. She raises her head. She raises her neck to show the bright green color on the bottom of her belly, from her neck to the belly, to the end of her tail. These two Tyrannosaurs are doing the same thing. This means they are now officially mates. Bloodtooth is now mates for life with this male Tyrannosaurus. But we can't keep calling him the male Tyrannosaurus, though. We'll be having to give him a name. This is no ordinary Baryonyx. It is Onyx. We haven't seen Onyx for quite a while. Last time we saw him was, well, whenever the broken arm Baryonyx was killed. But now, Onyx is now alone and has no family. Onyx is sad. Baryonyx, they are social animals. Social dinosaurs. Without one, without another, they are complete nothing. But Onyx sees something in the distance. The thing that Onyx saw was no one other than Scar, the Rajasaurus. Last time Scar was seen was when she fell into the tunnel, and she appears to have found her way out. But now, this isn't her territory. She doesn't know where to go. She's lost on a dinosaur island. A dinosaur lost on Dinosaur Island. This area is new for her. She looks around. Realizes she sees Onyx. There's another predator. She gets ready for combat. Onyx approaches her. Scar is ready for the battle. Onyx bites at her. And she does the same back. Onyx bites her in the neck. And Scar comes back with a mighty blow. Scar's been pinned on the ground, but she makes a fatal blow to Onyx. The fatal blow doesn't work for her. It barely penetrated his skin, Onyx's skin, but now he attacks with a devastating blow to her arm. Scar has been badly injured. And besides, she has to flee. But Onyx, on the other hand, has won, but not without a few injuries himself. Thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island.